Hey everybody, welcome to No Jumper News. It's Adam22 here with your man AD. Let's get right into these stories. So first things first, Fivio Foreign has been reportedly arrested and charged with possession of a firearm for unlawful purposes, possession of a defaced firearm, possession of a firearm without the required permit, and resisting arrest following an alleged foot chase on New Jersey terrain. The incident apparently took place on Wednesday evening. Fivio reportedly left his Mercedes-Benz running in a no parking zone while he went inside a Citibank, leading police to approach him and ask for his driver's license. Reports allege that Fivio asked if he was getting a ticket. However, instead of handing over his license, he went and disregarded the officer's request and walked away with one officer pursuing him and the other staying with his car. The officer in pursuit, Officer Gabriel Avella, says that Fivio acknowledged but ignored him and continued to walk away. He soon began to run towards the modern luxury apartments on Fort Lee's Park Avenue. That's when the officer caught up to him in the parking garage. As the two struggled, a loaded .25 caliber handgun dropped from Fivio's jacket. Authorities later discovered the serial number on the gun had reportedly been scrubbed off, making it impossible to trace. Backup officers reportedly arrived to help handcuff Fivio and to secure the gun, but the officer in pursuit was sent to a nearby hospital for a minor injury. Fivio was examined by Fort Lee EMS for injuries and transported to Bergen County Jail in Hackensack and was set to appear in court on Thursday. I really feel for Fivio in this situation because let's be honest about it. He's at the level of celebrity where it might not be realistic for him to have like a big army of security around him every day, but he also is just not safe driving around by himself in whatever area. He's not going to be comfortable unless he has something on him to keep himself safe. And I just think that this is another example of why gun laws, I'm going to really go against the grain here, but gun laws need to be loosened up a lot because guys like Fivio Foreign, how the fuck is he supposed to protect himself? It's not like the cops are in denial about this. I always bring up this story with G Herbo where he got pulled over, he had mad straps on him, and the cop immediately tells him, you need to have armed paid security. And it's like, that's the whole thing here. It's like everybody knows that a rapper in his position is not going to be safe without a firearm, but that the solution that they give you is to spend thousands of dollars every day on security. I think it's ridiculous.
Yeah, and half of the security are cops or retired police officers on top of that. But, you know, honestly, it's better to be caught with it than caught without it. You know, I'd rather read that Fivio is getting locked up versus a RIP from one of the, you know what I'm saying, somebody trying to come and get him and shit like that. You know, hopefully they show him some love in court and he comes back and drops some more fire.
I mean, the alternative to this story is Fivio gets caught lacking, gets stripped, gets shot in the head, whatever. Like that is the alternative to this story.
Yep.
There's not a lot in between.
I ain't mad at him. Keep it on you. I'm gonna keep mine. Next story. Lil Mosey has reportedly been charged with a rape in Washington state, and now there's a $50,000 bench warrant issued for his arrest after he failed to appear in court. Mosey reportedly skipped his court appearance on Wednesday after being charged weeks before. Both Mosey and another man who the Chronicle reports is named Francisco P. Prater have been charged with one count of second-degree rape. The affidavit obtained by TMZ details the alleged incident, which happened back in January 2020. An unnamed woman said she and a friend went to see Mosey in a cabin where they say both Mosey and his friend raped him. One of the victims said she consented to sex with Mosey in the car, but blacked out from alcohol consumption later in the cabin. She alleged she woke up to Mosey being on top of her as he pushed her legs apart while having sex with her. She claimed she blacked out again and woke up to his friend forcing himself on her. The woman says she suffered injuries, including bruising on her arm, neck, and inner knee. She also claims she received a message from one of the people at the party that said the guys were talking about training two girls. If convicted, Mosey faces a maximum sentence of life in prison.
Mosey. This is rough. Known him for a long time. It's a super big bummer to hear that this is going to be presumably tainting his public image going forward for quite some time. When I first read the story, I thought that the other guy, not Mosey, was the only one who was being accused of actually sleeping with her when she was in a really inebriated state. You know, it's unfortunate because it's like we're not going to know any specific details about this aside from the girl's story and Mosey's story. And it's like nobody is really going to be able to tell you what's true or what's real. And, you know, I guess us in the media, we got to just kind of wait and see. But it's really unfortunate because we all know how this goes down. We all know whether he's found guilty or not, this is going to be such a stain on his career and it's going to be hard for him to get past. He's not going to be brand safe in the way he was before. It's super unfortunate, but, you know.
Why not come to court, though?
Yeah, that was weird, right?
That is weird. Like, fuck. Like, Because now it's just, they're painting a picture that you're guilty of something. And it's weird too, because the woman is saying that it was consensual at first. The way that I'm looking at it now, maybe that she was cool until people were saying that she was getting a train ran on her, and it's easier to flip the story to say rape now. I can see her being bitter and doing that, but I ain't choosing sides. I don't know what happened. It's wrong to fucking, just my 2 bits on it.
I think, every rapper needs to move as safe as possible in terms of these kind of situations. Like, if you're on the level of even a Lil Mosey, you just cannot be getting fucked up with girls and sleeping with them and let your homie fuck them and all this kind of shit. It's like, you're just on a different level of fame, and getting into these weird situations where there's alcohol being consumed and probably other drugs, and you're fucked up and the girl's fucked up, and it's like the shit just gets way too messy. I'm sorry, but once you're a famous rapper, you're playing by different rules, and you gotta approach being with women in a completely different way. YouTube, do us a big favor: like, comment, drop a comment about what you thought of these stories, and subscribe.